Picture this. You wake up one Tuesday and decide you are finally going to be smart about money. You set up an automatic transfer, $200 a month into your savings account. And every single month, like clockwork, the money moves. You feel responsible. You feel like an adult. You feel like the version of yourself your parents wanted you to become. But here is the part nobody tells you. 5 years from now, that pile of money you saved so carefully will be worth less than what you put in. Not in dollars, in what those dollars can actually buy. Saving did not make you safe. Saving moved you backward. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to fix it. Part 1. The Trap. Let us start with the brutal math. Inflation runs about 3% a year. Your savings account pays 0.4%. Subtract the two. You are losing 2.6% of your purchasing power every single year just by sitting in cash. That is not theoretical. That is your morning coffee getting more expensive while your account does nothing. Now here is the worst part. The same dollar that is losing value in your savings account could have been growing in the stock market at an average of 7% a year after inflation. So the cost of playing it safe is not zero. The cost of playing it safe is the gap between -2.6 and +7. That is almost 10 percentage points a year, every year, compounding against you. Let me give you the numbers in a way you cannot unsee. $10,000 saved for 10 years becomes about $10,000 in real terms. Same $10,000 invested for 10 years at 7% becomes $19,672 in real terms. Same starting point, same person, same 10 years. The only difference was where the money lived. Now stretch that out to 30 years. The saver still has $10,000 worth of buying power. The investor has $76,000 worth of buying power. Saving did not protect you from anything. It just moved your loss to a place you could not see. The reason this trap works on smart people is that the loss is invisible. Your savings account balance never goes down. The number on the screen looks the same. So your brain says, everything is fine, I am being responsible. But the world around the number is moving. Rent is moving. Groceries are moving. Insurance is moving. Your number is the only thing standing still. Part 2. The Signal. Here is when you make the switch. The rule is simple. The day your emergency fund is fully funded, 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting somewhere safe, every additional dollar you save past that line is a dollar you should be investing instead. Not someday, not when you feel ready, that same week. The reason this exact moment matters is that the cost of waiting is not symmetric. Every month you delay past your emergency fund line, the math is working against you on two fronts at once. The dollar you delayed is losing 2.6% of its buying power, and it is missing 7% of growth it could have captured. 9.6% gone, every 30 days, compounded for the rest of your life. The single biggest predictor of how much wealth you will end up with is not how much you make. It is how early you cross this line. Part 3. The Framework. This is the move that changes everything. Stop thinking about your money as one pile. Start thinking about it as two buckets. Bucket 1. Safety. Bucket 2. Growth. They have different jobs. They live in different places. They follow different rules. And the most common mistake people make in personal finance is asking one bucket to do both jobs at the same time. Safety money is supposed to be there the day everything goes wrong, so it has to be liquid, predictable, and never volatile. Growth money is supposed to be there in 20 years when you actually need it, so it has to be productive, even if it is volatile in the meantime. The two buckets answer two different questions, and the moment you stop asking your savings account to also be your retirement plan, the entire system gets simpler. Part 4. Build the Foundation. Bucket 1. Safety gets built first. This is your emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of your real monthly expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account that pays at least 4%. Not your checking account, not under your mattress. A separate account at a separate bank, ideally one you cannot see when you open your phone in the morning. The point of this money is not to grow. The point of this money is to be there the day your car breaks down or your job ends. Pick a high-yield account from one of the established names: Ally, Marcus, Wealthfront Cash, SoFi, Capital One 360. The rate should be at least 4%, FDIC insured, with 0 monthly fees and no minimum balance. If your current savings account is paying less than that, you are leaving free money on the table for no reason except inertia. Move it this week. Touch the safety bucket only when something real happens. Refill it the moment you do. And once that bucket is full, you stop adding to it. That is the trigger. From that moment on, every additional dollar that used to go into your savings account starts going into bucket 2 instead. Part 5. Where to invest. Bucket 2, growth, is where most people freeze. You open a brokerage app, you see 1,000 options, you panic, you close the app, you go back to saving. Do not do that. Here is the simplest path that actually works. Open one brokerage account: Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab. Pick whichever has the friendliest app. Inside that account, buy one thing for now: a total stock market index fund. Ticker VTI at Vanguard, FZROX at Fidelity, SWTSX at Schwab. One purchase, that is it. That single fund holds about 4,000 companies for you. You do not have to pick winners. You do not have to time the market. You do not have to know what a price-to-earnings ratio is. The fund does the work. Then automate the same $200 a month you used to send to savings and send it here instead. Set it, forget it. Check it once a quarter at most. Before I tell you why this works, let me tell you what to ignore. Ignore individual stocks. Ignore crypto for now. If it ever fits, it fits later. Ignore options. Ignore day trading. Ignore anyone on the internet showing you their account screenshot. The ones who win publish the screenshot. The ones who lose stay quiet. And the average is much worse than the highlight reel. Your job in the first 10 years is not to be brilliant. Your job in the first 10 years is to be boring and consistent. The reason boring works is the same reason savings does not: compounding. $200 a month at 7% for 30 years becomes $245,000. The same $200 a month sitting in a savings account for 30 years becomes about $76,000. Same person, same monthly habit. $169,000 difference. That is the cost of one decision repeated 30 years in a row. So here is your move this week. Open the brokerage account. Pick the index fund. Redirect the transfer. Stop being the responsible saver and start being the boring investor. Boring is the entire point. Boring compounds. Boring becomes the version of you 10 years from now who does not have to think about money the way you think about it right now. Where are you in the path? Still saving? Already investing? Just made the switch? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. The day you make this switch is the day your money stops working for the bank and starts working for you.